Good morning. Glad you're with us on Mile High Living. I'm Gina Bellich. Well, Denver's housing market is still red hot and interest rates are at a low point, so buy now. Owning a home comes with years of benefits and savings. Get into a home for what you're paying in rent. And here to explain how to get that down payment covered and stop the renting is Kathleen O'Loughlin, sales manager with Mutual of Omaha Mortgage. You know, I was just reading somewhere something about millennials are basically putting off buying home at all, right, because that down payment is so high, right, and you know, prices are skyrocketing. How can you help?
So Chefa has a program where it will cover their entire down payment. So they can stop worrying about saving that, and we can use that money to cover their down payment, because that's the #1 reason why they're not buying.
Well, it's such a chunk of change, right? That's what you're so worried about.
Yes.
All right, so let me ask you a little bit more about this. So is there a catch to this? Like, how does this work?
No, there's no catch. So it's just your standard 30-year loan. There's no early payoff. There's no high interest rate or a balloon payment. It's just your standard FHA 30-year loan that you know, that everybody gets. So, but it includes covering your down payment.
See, and that's the kind of thing especially first-time home buyers are looking for.
Right.
You know, just the way to stop paying rent. All right, now you have been in this business a long time. Talk about a little bit about really how far you reach. Is it just here in Denver? Or are you all over Colorado?
I do all of Colorado.
Okay.
Chefa covers the entire state. So there's a lot of underserved areas. So I just closed a loan in Grand Junction, actually.
Oh, wow.
And, you know, we go to all areas of the state.
Well, yeah, that's a little far away. A little farther away from here, so that's good to know, though. All right, the other question I keep having, or I have when I talk to people about deal with mortgage industry and things like that, is interest rates, right? So interest rates, they seem to be getting lower and lower. I didn't know they could get any lower than they already are. But is now still really the best time to buy? I mean, in terms of an investment and things like that? I mean,
you know, the thing that I like to tell, especially young people, is, you know, you do a little stretch right now.
Yeah.
You do a little stretch. It sounds like a high payment. But in a couple of years, all of a sudden, your payment got fixed. Your payment got fixed. Just like if you talk to your parents and your parents are saying, I'm paying $400 a month, and you're shocked.
Yeah.
Or you talk to someone who just bought a home just 5 years ago. So you stretch a little bit now, but you get into that home, you get that payment fixed, your income goes up a little bit, and all of a sudden, you're ahead of the game. You're ahead of the game. So you can't wait. You can't keep waiting, because there's never a good time. The good time is now.
The good time is sort of like when you think about having a family or children and you're like, oh, I'll just wait till I make a certain amount. You're like, no, you better not.
Because the house is going to be more.
Yeah.
You don't know what interest rates are going to be, but you do know if you buy a home that your payment is not going to change. So your biggest nut every month is fixed.
So, I mean, that really begs the question, then why are people still renting? It's still just is it just scary?
Well, you know, I think there's two reasons. #1, I think that they don't know that these programs exist.
That's true.
And, you know, they have no idea that they can get down payment assistance and how simple it is. And then when they do hear about it, they think that it's not for them.
Okay, that's true.
They're like, oh, this is for somebody else. That couldn't be me, but it is for you. It is for you.
Well, and I think a lot of people also do this. They think, oh, well, I'm just going to wait till my dream home comes along.
Right.
You know, like, oh, until I see everything that I want with all the bells and whistles, and I have to have these countertops and all of that. And until that comes along in my price range, I'm not going to buy.
Right. Or they see what their dream home costs and get very discouraged and say, I'm not going to buy anything.
Yeah.
But that's not the answer either. You got to get on the train. You got to get that house, get what you can afford, because again, you're going to fix the payment, you're going to gain equity, you're going to get tax benefits, and then in 2 years you have that equity to pull out and maybe buy your dream home. But the worst thing you can do is wait. It's not a good financial decision. It's never going to be the perfect time.
Right, the perfect time, and we might as well just forget about that, right? Well, what about refinancing? Because a lot of times if you get in there, maybe you have some home improvements that you want to make down the line. If you refi, that can also help you do that. Is this a good time to do that?
You know, and it's all over the news. It's time to refi. It's absolutely time to refi. You know, there's two things. Interest rates are as low as they've been again in years, and you've got equity. So, you know, Christmas is coming up, the holidays are coming up. You might be paying 21% on a card. You may be able to get out of that horrible mortgage insurance, $250, $300 a month.
Yes.
So you've got to call. We can find out how much your home's worth, maybe get rid of that mortgage insurance, pay off some debt, pull out some cash to put those new countertops in that house that wasn't your dream house.
And make it the way you want it.
Right.
And not be worrying about this. Kathleen, that's why when you have, you know, over 30 years of experience, this is the kind of stuff we need to know. Thank you so much. Okay, for details about 100% financing, refinancing, or any of the products mentioned, all you have to do is call this number, 303-669-2111. Kathleen can get you approved to buy a home with less than what you may need to rent. Now, call now. Don't wait. Kathleen's team makes it easy. Veterans looking to buy a home. Give Kathleen a call for details. Apply and learn more online at kohomeloans.com. She paid for today's appearance.